Now your wavelet, I see that you do for red, green, blue. So okay, so you got three components, red, green, blue. So when you save into your file, you first save the width and the length. That means you will know what is the width and the length, and then you put all the data back. So how do you know this pixel is which pixel? You look at the width. Okay, the width will be starting from here, and RGB. Let's say the width is 100. So you're going to have 100 of this. Up to here, 100. The next 100 will be on the second row. The third 100 will be the third row. Okay? Alright? And in fact here, I think I made a mistake here. It shouldn't be RGB like this. Sorry. I shouldn't do that. I think you should, because I forgot about the wavelet just now. So when you compress into the wavelet, you will get something like this. It's 8 by 8, isn't it? It's 8 by 8. Because you're going to use the wavelet. So the wavelet actually got the energy, and you start from here, and you go in zigzag like this. Okay? Here the content here is for the low frequency. The high frequency is here. So normally the high frequency you can remove. You can force it to 0, especially those is very close to 1. So what you can do is you can divide with some constant here. Okay, so basically a lot of them will be compressed to 0, and then you use run length compression. Run length compression. Okay, the run length compression will go in zigzag manner, and when you reach the 0, you can see a lot of zeros there, right? So the run length actually tells you how many zeros there. Okay, and that will be the data that you save here. Okay, so this is the first pixel, the first pixel, the data, and the second pixel, the second cell. So I call this cell 8 by 8 cell. So this 8 by 8 cell, but you don't save all the 8 by 8. You save only some because is how to say, is run length, right? Okay, is run length. So what you can do is here will be, although here is 8 by 8, but your cell would not be 8 by 8, it will be less than 8 by 8. 8 by 8 here, that means 64. Okay, 64 bytes for one color. Okay, maybe it's red color. So here will be red color, and then is less than 64 bytes because of the run length compression. So if you do that, then your file here will be smaller than the original one. Okay, you cannot use your OpenCV because OpenCV actually compresses in JPEG already. What you see there is not your wavelet, it's the JPEG by OpenCV. Okay, you have to save into your file first, and then this file is the one that you determine the size compared to your original one. And you have to do this. If you don't do this, you're not going to compress. The wavelet alone will not compress. The wavelet actually convert it from spatial domain into frequency domain. So this is the lowest frequency, the highest frequency. So the high frequency you can normally remove because the high frequency contain a lot of noise. Okay. Now if you remove a lot, that means your image is going to be blurred. Okay. If you remove just nice, it's not going to be blurred. It will be just nice. Okay. And then the one that you remove is the one that you can compress. Is that clear? Okay. You look into this zigzag, and then run length compression. I think I'm not sure whether it's called run length compression. I can't remember what is it called. Let me check into that first. Run length encoding. Sorry, it's called run length encoding. Encoding. Run length encoding. Okay, look into this and look into how do you do the zigzagging. Okay, so zigzagging here is because you want to remove those high frequency content and then you use this round line encoding to compress this. So the compression actually comes from this step here. This step is this wavelet function is going to convert it into different domain only, from your spatial domain into frequency domain, and from your frequency domain you use this to actually remove it so that you get the compression. So after you decompress, the image will be blurred depending on how much that you remove, how much information that you remove.
Decompression.
Yeah. Okay, and this format you have to come up with your own. You cannot use OpenCV, you have to use your own one. Because you use OpenCV, basically you are using the JPEG compression inside OpenCV, and that is not your own wavelet. Okay? Right? And then to do this parallel computing, you can split them into 8 by 8, right? So one 8 by 8 is done by one track. The other one is the other track, so you can compress at the same time. Okay? So you compress and then you capture the time, and then you save it. Okay, saving you don't capture the time that you save because that is not considered as part of the performance evaluation. Okay, the one that you compress is the one that you do the timing. Okay, and this format you go and figure out yourself what kind of format that you want to use. And for each cell, the size can be different depending on how much that you can compress. Okay, but it will be less than this. If you get to this number, it means there's no compression at all. If let's say you cannot eliminate them, the size will be this kind of size. Okay? Is that clear?
Dạ,